has unveiled its new lineup of iPad Pro and iPad Air tablets. The tech giant showed off the latest versions in a pre-recorded live-streamed event.
With these new iPads and the introduction of the powerful M4 chip, the big upgrades to Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro for iPad, along with the new Apple Pencil Pro and new Magic Keyboard, it truly is the biggest day for iPad since its introduction.
The company also introduced an all-new Apple Pencil Pro, and Apple is hoping the latest iPad lineup will breathe new life into its sluggish tablet market. The new iPad Pro's custom M4 processor provides 4 times the performance of existing iPad Pro models. It comes in 2 sizes, 11 inches and 13 inches. At 5.1 millimeters, the 11-inch is the thinnest, yet weighing less than a pound. And the iPad Air comes in an 11-inch version for $600 and a 13-inch version as well for $800. And the devices are available for pre-order starting tomorrow and will be in stores next week. So the question here is, right, should you go out and buy the new iPads? I spoke to the chief tech expert at Integral, Burton, Kelso, for more. Thanks for your time today. Apple event, iPads announced. Give us your first impressions of the whole event, around 40 minutes here.
Well, I think I think the presentation was well done, but I mean, as far as me running out to the store and getting a new iPad, unless I'm an Apple enthusiast, it's not going to really just have me standing in line at my local Apple store to get a new iPad. I think there are some great features that have been added to both the iPad Air and, of course, the iPad Pro. Like, I think storage is probably one of the big things that I would probably rush out and get an iPad Air or the iPad Pro for, because now they're talking about they have a terabyte worth of storage on both of these devices, which in today's world is really great because more and more people are using mobile devices. And one of the biggest gripes with Apple devices is that you can't upgrade the storage in an iPad or an iPad Pro. So finally, they're going off and having it that you can start off with a lot of storage.
So you said you wouldn't exactly run out to the store to buy these new iPads. So let me ask you about the iPad Pro, because now with OLED screen, they're calling it tandem OLED. It's supposed to be brighter. M4 chip, which is pretty special. I mean, they introduced the M3 just a few months ago. I mean, introducing a new chip on the iPad it's pretty special here. So what do you think? Not enough to convince you to go out and buy one?
Now, with the iPad Pro, reminding me of those features of the M4 chip and the fact that it's the thinnest iPad ever, you might see me stand in line for a terabyte of storage on an iPad Pro with a thin iPad Pro with a lot of storage and an M4 chip. iPad Air, it's like, maybe, but the iPad Pro, which I think Apple's trying to get more people to buy, that definitely is a game changer, and you may see a little bit surge in the lines this year at the Apple Store and with online sales.
Let's talk about the price here. So $999 for the 11-inch. I think $1299 for the 13-inch. I mean, at these prices, you could potentially get a full-fledged laptop. I mean, well, what's the story here? Is it worth it to get an iPad at this point?
I think it is, especially for the fact that the iPads are a little bit thinner. With more and more people traveling and people wanting to do more with lighter tech products, I think it's worth it to not have to lug something heavy around. And the power that it boasts with the M4 processor and, of course, with the storage, I mean, it's something that is attractive to a lot of people, especially in this portable digital world. And Don, you have to also look at the fact that with musicians and with people creating movies, whether it be large pictures or for the small screen, iPad Pro's got a lot of features that will attract people in, say, art, music, and, of course, movies.
Okay, Burton, just one final question. I'm very curious. If you have an iPad, and what do you do with it? And are you worried about Bendgate?
I love that. No, I'm not really worried about Bengate, but if you've got an iPad, I mean, what can you do? You've got to upgrade those things every 5 years. So I might as well just stick with the bandwagon and go with it and just plan to replace those devices every few years.
All right. Well spoken. Thank you very much, Burton, for your time today.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. That's all the story.